Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the Ashley fan. I am back today with another video. This video was promised when I made my Dawson's Creek is Boring rant. Today I have a new couples I cannot stand, and I'm going to be adding a new couple to this list. Now the couples I cannot stand, these were videos that I just made because I just wanted to make them, and the videos were very perceived very well from people who subscribe to me. A lot of people like some of the rants I went on. The rants were quick, they weren't too long. I try to make them short and sweet for you guys, but I have another couple I want to add to that list. And this couple is from a sitcom, and the couple we talk about is Larry and Allie from Ally McBeal. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this because a lot of people seem to really like them together on TikTok, on the internet, on YouTube. Like, people really think they were supposed to be in game. Well, that's why you have me, because I'm going to tell you why they were doomed from the start. So that just gets to it. So Larry is played by the one and only RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., Daddy Robert. I love Robert Downey Jr. And I remember watching him in this show like a long time ago when I was like in like early middle school. You know, I only was watching it because I really loved him, but I just wanted to rewatch it recently with him in it, and I only cared about his season. I didn't watch any seasons prior to his guest appearance. And I just didn't realize how fast they got together. So let's just talk about it. The first thing we'll talk about is that the two leads had no chemistry. I know people think they had chemistry. Him and Allie had no chemistry. Like, I didn't feel anything between them. Like, I feel like they tried so hard to make it seem like it was something there, and I personally just didn't feel it. Like, I don't know, like, I just wasn't really feeling it, and that seems to be like a common thing with Robert Downey Jr. and his films, mostly with females, is that there really never seems to really be any real genuine chemistry between him and the female lead. And I don't think it's their fault why the chemistry isn't there. I think it kind of always falls on the writing, because if the writer is trying to make people believe in what the couple is trying to do, you have to write it in a way that's going to make people get behind it. And I feel like the chemistry just never really seemed there, no matter how many times they tried to make it seem like it was there. So that's the first thing. They just didn't have any chemistry to me. The second problem, they moved way too fast. Like, they got together way too fast. Like, Allie fell for him so quickly. Like, she fell for him so quickly. And you know what? I think the reason why they both fell for each other so quickly is because I think they both were trying to fill the voids in their life. Like, I feel like Allie really just needed a man because she was so codependent, and I feel like she was just so bored with her life. Like, all she really had was just her career, and I feel like she was just really bored, and she just needed men to fill that hole. And when she gets bored of them, she'll move on to the next guy that's gonna fill her voidment. And Larry, this guy, he was divorced twice. He had a son, and like, he don't really see his son. So it's like, I feel like he was dating her to fill a void of being a failure. Like, I feel like him feeling like being a failure is something that he's just been done. He's failed as a husband. He's failed as a dad, and he just feels like if he gets another chance for Allie, he won't fail. But I feel like what he needed to really do is, honestly, if it was me, I feel like when him and his son went to Detroit, I feel like that should have been the scene to break him and Allie up completely, because their breakup scene just felt so confusing, and just like, that's how they're gonna break up, just like a dry ass conversation with just him saying he failed and he failed at this. It just, the breakup scene just felt weird. If you watched when he was in it, the breakup scene just felt really weird to me. Like, I just didn't understand. Like, I understand, but I didn't understand at the same time, because like, it just didn't make any sense to me. But I feel like he was just trying to fill the void too of responsibility and trying to make things right and taking accountability for his shortcomings. And I understand he can't he can't remarry those women, but you only get one chance in a lifetime to be a good parent. Not a perfect parent, but a good parent. And I feel like he should have just been with his son. So I feel like I just feel like he was just trying to fill the void with Allie. I think they both were, and I still feel like the writers still had them get together way too fast. Like she fell for him way, 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 way too fast. Like they had their first date, and I think in episode 4, they're having their first kiss in episode I think 5 or 6. Like everything is happening way too fast. He talked about he's in love with her in episode 7. When they've been together for like to me the show is not saying there's been weeks or there's been months past at all. So to me, I feel like they've been dating for at least a couple of weeks. That's what it feels like, that they've been dating for at least a couple of weeks. And then his ex Jamie pulls up at the scene, and it just makes it even more confusing and even more frustrating because like they try to make this weird love triangle, but it's like him and Allie haven't even been dating for that long, and like I understand the show even try to give them like these cute, like I just said, these cute moments, the Christmas stuff and him singing for her on the piano and him confiding in her about why he hate Christmas is because he's always alone. He don't really see his son. And I just feel like I'm saying so many things because I'm just trying to get straight to the point. Like I didn't take any notes for this. I just watched the show like not too recently, all the episodes that he was in, and and I'm just getting straight to it. Like I just feel like they didn't know each other like at all. Like they didn't know each other at all. He randomly kissed his ex, and then he tells Allie in the heat of an argument that he loves her and that he's in love with her. And then his son randomly comes to Boston, and he has to go back to Detroit. And like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I honestly, the only time I ever felt anything like I feel like there might have been something there between them was when he left for Detroit. Honestly, when he said he just can't say goodbye. And I was thinking like, if they would have, I wasn't like crying or anything, but like if they would have had built them up properly, I probably would have been like, oh, but I was just kind of like shrugging, like, you know what, it's not bad, because like you could tell the writers they were trying, but they didn't try hard enough. Because like, why couldn't they have not taken the time and patience to build them up correctly? And I feel like a lot of that had to do with Robert Downey Jr. because if you all know his story, he had really hard troubles with his substance abuse and all that. So I kind of feel like they were rushing so much with his character because they were really afraid of whether or not he was going to get back into the drugs. And we all know he eventually did. But if that was the case, they could have just had him as another character. Like, did he really have to be Allie's love interest? Like, did he really need to be her love interest? And I hate Allie as a character. Like, just watching season 4, I couldn't even imagine people who watched seasons 1 through 5. Like, just watching season 4, I hate her character alone. She's vain. She's very insecure. She's jealous. She's paranoid. She wastes every guy that she dates time. Like, she's full of her own boredom. She's full of her own shortcomings. Every time she's unhappy, it's never her fault, it's the man's fault. Like, she's just really a trash character. Like, honestly, Larry should have seen the red flags with her from the beginning. She got out of a 6-month relationship with her boyfriend because she was bored, wasting his time, telling him she wanted to move in and she wanted to have kids and all that, the lie, wasting his time. She dates a father and a son at the same time. Like, and Larry didn't think any of that was weird. Like, she was just bopping from man to man. Like, I thought it was just weird. I honestly feel like it's him kissing Jamie randomly out of nowhere. It was just stupid. I feel like I honestly feel like it was, the reason why I think it was done was because they were trying so hard to make the audience root for them, but yet it felt like there was nothing to root for. And then when he came back, the relationship, it was a complete waste of time having him come back. Because when he came back, they were barely focused on. And then out of nowhere, he wants to propose to her. And then she's bored again. She's bored again. She doesn't feel anything when they are having, intimacy time. She doesn't feel anything during that. She really wasted his time. She broke up with him over the phone without even letting him explain anything. and then she gets upset and feels like she made a mistake by letting him go when she reads the letter and cries. This relationship was just a complete waste of time. This relationship was just not it, and it was rushed. It was not thought of at all properly. Like honestly, Robert Downey Jr. He saved season 4 because I heard the ratings were plummeting, and Fox wanted to take this show off completely off the network. But they would give it one more chance, and they needed someone to make the show exciting, so they thought about Robert Downey Jr. Even though he had his issues, he still made the ratings go up, and he won a reward for it for being one of the best on-screen guest stars. Like he did that, and I agree. He was funny, he was witty, he was charismatic. It was funny seeing him play a different character other than Tony Stark. Like you know him as Tony Stark, you know him as all these different type of characters, and it was just funny kind of seeing him play the nerd a little bit. But I feel like this relationship just wasn't it, and people need to stop shipping them and stop trying to think that they had chemistry or they were in game or anything, all that. Like, I don't like to be the person to tell you how to think about when it comes to relationships on TV, but this relationship was not it. Like, if you think all around, the relationship was very written very fast, and like they had no chemistry. There was no moments at all that made me feel like, yeah, they're I guess they're cute, whatever. That moment never came across my mind. Like I just never bought into any of it, even though they tried to give them that. I just didn't buy into any of it. So Allie and Larry are on this couples I cannot stand. Deal with it or not deal with it. I don't care. Lose sleep over it. I don't know what you're gonna do. But me personally, I feel like they just weren't it to me. So that was my rant about that. I do have the Asia Lee video coming. It's long overdue. Don't tell me why it is. It just is. I already have the stuff written. I already have notes for that video. I have another video on Iron Man 3, why I feel like it's actually one of the most underrated MCU movies. And I have a video on Iron Man coming up on why I just love Tony Stark. So, and why he is the best character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And why Marvel hasn't been the same since he's passed. So, look out for that video coming out very soon. Those videos coming out very soon. And anyway, thank you for subscribing to me, listening to me, and being patient with me. Love you guys. Have a good day.